What is going on? I'm Zedmod, hopefully setting your heart aflutter because it is Valentine's Day, as you can tell by that shop. So I did not get you flowers, I did not get you chocolates, but I do have great news for you. So figured I would come on here and share. Sorry for not sharing with you yesterday. My bad, just way busy in life. We're going to jump into Warships. Now, if this is not the most naked 7-engine room base you've ever seen, I'm going to be absolutely amazed. Now, I did this because I was bored with 6-engine rooms. You should not move to 7-engine rooms when I did. Now, you'll notice that this tech tree has lots and lots of choice nodes. I don't have shock launchers. I don't have bullet, I don't have artillery, I don't have rocket launchers, I don't have rocket choppas. I don't have much, and that's why I've got 12 million upgrade tokens at my disposal. Here's the detail that I wanted to share with you. This is my Valentine's Day present to you. Like I said in my sneak peek, there are a ton of choice nodes this season. Supercell got a new toy and they couldn't stop playing with it. Hopefully, I'm going to leave that innuendo alone. But for Season 56, these choice nodes are not going to be there. There are going to be 0 choice nodes in Season 56. Boom. Bomb dropped. Now, if that includes prototypes, I don't know. If that includes the defensive choice nodes or the troop choice nodes, I don't know. That part was not clear. They said no choice nodes. I assume they mean none of these type of choice nodes. If there are 0 choice nodes next season, then you're going to have to be very careful with your upgrade tokens. We will have to wait and see. But they wanted to put lots of choice nodes in so they could see which were the most popular, and that could help guide future seasons. That might not help your diamond balance. I know a lot of you have spent a lot of diamonds this season. I am definitely in that group with you, but I don't think on this account I'm in there as well. 900 diamonds for my next switch. So I do have a lot of troop health over here, more troop health than you should have, but I'm not spending more diamonds, so we're just gonna roll with it. You'll notice that I did go to that 7-engine room level. I started saving, then I said, you know what, I can't do it. So I started saving so I could get both choice nodes, and then just said, screw it, I'm gonna go anyways. So I am 1-1 at the 7-engine room level. You can see that people are getting my base down in 2 minutes, and R32 PSU or whatever the heck it is, got it down in 2 minutes 1 second using heavy choppa with laser rangers. And Jamie got it down in 2 minutes 5 seconds using heavy choppa with bombardiers. So it's also that fast with heavy choppa and rocket choppa. So if you don't have rocket launchers or shock launchers or a defensive base, 7-engine room decking is awful. Not only did they close this gap over here, they also opened up more ramps, and sure, if you're gonna give 7-engine rooms, you have to make the deck either the same as 6 or slightly better than 6, or you can't do both. You can't close gaps and open ramps. It just makes 7-engine rooms a complete and utter mess. And that is why if you look at the leaderboards, Lightbringer, for example, oh, guess what? 6-engine rooms. This might be the first season in my memory anyways, where people end up staying at 6 as opposed to going to 7. So if you're a little bit torn, know that 7 sucks so far. Now, I went and got this hot pot. I talked about this a couple seasons ago where I had the keys to get a hot pot, but the next time I played was going to be when I had 2 chests available. So I got the hot pot for now, then I'll get these 2 chests and I'll get this. Otherwise, don't get the hot pot. The only reason I got the hot pot is for that exact reason, in that I've got 2 chests sitting for me here right now, so I can get the hot pot now and other things later. Hopefully that makes sense. Do let me know if you have any questions about that. Speaking of questions, gotta go back here. I had a commenter who I didn't understand at first talking about how in the attack screen, here your heavies show the boost, that plus 6,000 health. On the other screen, apparently they don't show it once you start attacking. We'll see if that's a bug or maybe the commenter didn't understand something. Maybe we can put that to rest or forward that along to Supercell. And commenter, apologies, I didn't make sense to me, your first message. So let's see here. If we have a look at our heavies here, yeah, look at that. The boost is wrong. It's showing plus 2,000 health, and it showed plus 6,000 on the other screen. So seems like the numbers are wrong. Maybe that's only giving... That's weird. Okay, so noted. We'll pass that along to Supercell. I really hope that these numbers are correct because it would really suck if my boosts weren't correctly being applied. That looks like a 40% boost as opposed to 120% boost. You see how fast people went in to attack my base? No thinking required. So we're going to have to be very, very, very fast. I am going to switch to having 2 of you and 1 of you. Let's just double check. What do they have for boost? Not a lot of building damage. Should be able to pull this off. It's going to have to be very, very, very fast, though. So here's how I've been dealing with these bases. We're going to get you up there and you over there. Waiting, getting a bunch of stuff out. Now we're going to throw some critters over here in the hopes of distracting that shock launcher and that mortar for a second. And then we can send some critters over to here because we need to get that stuff cleared. I have only done this attack once, so when I screw this up, please don't be too upset. We're going to send 1 boat of Seekers over to this left-hand side and 1 boat over to this right-hand side and just hope that that is enough to get this down. So here goes our right-hand side Seeker as soon as that business is cleared out. And once we start to get distracting that shock launcher, we can send our right-hand side over as well. So this right-hand side, we're going to throw a couple smokes just to make sure that they get right up close and personal. And then we don't have shocks, so we need to use our heavies here to distract that Doom Cannon. Our right-hand side, we're going to throw a smoke there because it doesn't have to be ridiculously fast on that right-hand side. Just need it to hit that shock mine and keep on clearing. Left-hand side, doing fairly well. Don't have to get it down, just got to get it close so that we can BART it out. Right-hand side, going fairly well as well. Let's throw all of our GBE onto that right-hand side, trying to be as fast as we possibly can. 2 minutes 28, pretty darn good. So I am really... Hey, Jess. I know Jess from the Love Boat. Let's see what Jess has got for us. See if Jess... Oh, Jess has got a slow time. So we are going to pick up the win by going 7. Jess went heavy chopper, rocket chopper, and that base, I don't think I have another version of it to show you. Maybe it's this one? Yeah, it is. Sweet. So this is the first time I hit that base, and you can see that why I changed my strategy a little bit. So we used 3 boats of heavy choppas, didn't really need 3 at all, getting those laser rangers, and what ended up happening was I sent 2 boats of Seekers, I'll show you here, sent 2 boats of Seekers to go this way, and then this engine room ended up being our slow point. And I ended up having my Seekers run back across, which was less than ideal. So we learned and improved, and I really like being forced to go fast. That is why I went 6 engine rooms with no rocket launchers, no shock launchers, no anything. And so, is going 7 engine rooms the right idea? Definitely not. Is it fun and exciting and knife edge ridiculous? Yes, definitely. Now you'll notice 2 boats of Seekers, too many boats for that right-hand side. And then this engine room ends up taking us 24 seconds to get there. That's why I split my Seekers up and only used 1 boat for each side. Ended up being dramatically quicker. So hopefully my experiments again, I'm just making this stuff up as I go along. So I don't think many other people out there have gone and gotten Seekers. Most people went Bombardiers instead. I'm finding that Seekers, even without shocks, are very, very good, but that might just be the fact that I've got 120% troop health, and we have no idea if that 120% is actually being applied if we're only getting 40%. Could do some testing with mortars and rocket launchers and the like, but that is far, far, far too much work for me at the moment. So if you have it in your capacity to do some testing on that, please do let me know what you come up with. Also, if you have any comments on that hit, ways I can make it better or more fun or more interesting, would love to hear those as well. Making sure we got all of the right things. I really, really, really want... I've sent this along to Supercell numerous times, by the way. If you have a look here, Bullet has his ability shown. That is incredibly useful before you attack PvP. Really, really, really hoping that they can implement that here so that Kavan shows which ability before you attack warships. Anyways, moving on, let's do one more hit. We're 2 and 3, or sorry, we're 2 and 1. On 7 engine rooms. So I'm telling you not to go 7 engine rooms, but if you're looking to mix it up, it really doesn't matter where you finish the season, because I've already hit 23, so it doesn't matter where I finish. Ooh, this is going to be rough. Getting the fact that my time to get is 2 minutes means that beating this is going to be tough, but they don't have shock launchers, so that will help me a little bit. They do have a bunch of building damage though, so I am only using Seekers on these kind of bases when they don't have any building damage. I found that it's just, you just get slaughtered otherwise. So we will be using 3 boats heavy choppas. I am gonna clear some of these mines. Don't really know which side to go from yet. My opponent is still scouting, which is not a big surprise, because not many people are at 7 engine rooms. And that's part of the reason why I went, was because trying to get people before they figure out how the heck to attack 7 engine rooms. So, gonna drop you over there. We're gonna drop all of these guys over here. And what's going to happen is my heavies are going to walk around that corner and clear some of those mines, which is going to hopefully save us a little teeny tiny bit of gunboat energy. And now our laser rangers are going to loop around. Those 2 sets of heavies are distracting those mortars fairly darn well. That is why I've got all of that goodness happening with all of those heavy choppas. Definitely didn't expect it to go quite that well, but getting good value out of all of this stuff now. Smoking your troops at the end, not necessarily the good idea or the best idea. Kavan thankfully got underneath that smoke, so the grabbler did not grabble him. And now just hoping and praying that all of our troops come out of this smoke as I expect them to, going to where I hope they will, where I'm used to them going, and now just hoping and hoping and hoping that things go as expected. So those mines at that corner are going to be a problem. Kavan always goes right for some reason or another, but that kind of helps us throw out some of this stuff. Laser Rangers, lots and lots and lots of damage, lots and lots and lots of health. Definitely a lot more fun than my defensive account, which I am clearing bases on my defensive account now, like full clearing almost all of them with only 40% troop damage, but it takes the entire battle, and my goodness, is it ever boring. We're looking good here, folks. We are going to be around that 2-minute mark, probably a little bit slower. Let's start all our barrage out so that it gets there as that sky shield goes down. I think they started slightly before us, so we are at the 2-minute mark still, and Debabos is going to be at around, there we go. So we are picking up 2 wins at the 7 engine room level. Little bit or a lot bit lucky, little bit skill, and just rushing our asses off. So hopefully this video finds you well on Valentine's Day. Hopefully this season, I've helped steer you towards the fun side of that, getting your heart aflutter, because that defensive side is just mind-numbingly boring. So yes, you can win with offense. I know that my rank has gone down a little bit. I literally spent 4 days spending 0 keys. Yesterday I had 241 keys, and that right there is reason enough that maybe you shouldn't go 7 engine room. Spending 4 days collecting keys cost my sanity, cost my rank, but at least now I know that we can go forwards. And if you're thinking Super Warriors are going to be amazing and save the day and all the rest, do be aware and be very aware that Super Warriors are a GBE ability and they are not affected by any of these boosts over here. So they will get wrecked, like absolutely wrecked. So I am going to go back for other stuff first. Not sure what I'm gonna go back for, but it's kind of nice to know that you can only go backwards. So whether it be shock launchers or shocks very much appealing to me with Seekers unlocked, maybe artillery. We've got 4 days, 14 hours left. And hopefully you find some love on the high seas that are warships. Otherwise, I shall talk to you soon. Keep that submarine diving. Happy Valentine's Day to you. If you need a hug, let me know, because I know Valentine's Day is fairly terrible for 90% of the population. I am not a huge fan of Valentine's Day. I think it's more, I call it Hallmark Day, but at the same time, I did get the wife some of her favorite chocolates just because that's kind of important too. So I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmont. Peace.